the plight of the average person in this country.
Acutely aware.
The sufferings of the Nigerian people.
Aware.
How things have deteriorated in the past month. Are you aware?
Acutely aware.
Are you in tune with what the conditions of many Nigerians?
Let me tell you, from my constituency, extended family members, for many months, calls for you to support. There are times where we can, we do, where we can, we keep, encouraging them. I am very, very aware, of the suffering of the Nigerian people.
And you think this president can fix things?
He's already fixing it.
But you think that he could not fix it even if you give him 30 years? That's what you said.
That's an answered.
So you don't think that the president... So why do you speak for a president that you think cannot do the job?
No, I just told you. You just asked, do I think he will do it? I say, yes, acutely aware, and I know he will do it.
But you have said that the president who can, even given 30 years, may not be able to fix it.
Asked and answered.
So you don't believe he can do it?
Asked and answered.
Why do you speak for him then?
I speak for him because, one, I believe in him, and from January when I met him, I committed to supporting his cause, and not just supporting, advocating for it. So not just that I believe him, I was busy, as I've always done, speaking to the Nigerian people. This is what the plan is. Look, a little while we will we'll have this cough, turn up the cough or whatever, the English nomenclature. But because if you look at even the numbers, look at the National Bureau of Statistics. If you look at this inflation, both general inflation and food inflation, you will see sometimes when the inflation goes up, there is a reason for it. Like I told you the other time, if you look at the flood in Borno and Yobe, it affected the food crops of the people, the insecurity in North Central. You remember we just got out of the deeper problem in the Middle Belt. These are not spiritual things. They are fact. There is a cause, there is event. But look at the way we are coming out. You have even did your monologue. I remember one time you were talking about how states have become insolvent, bankrupt, and the rest. But ever since the president took up with the increased allocation arising from this revenue, we are not talking about bankruptcy of state. We are talking about governors should please do their best to administer to the people. That's a marked difference. Now, so we are not suggesting that everything has changed overnight. No, but what we are saying is that we are gradually coming out. You have asked me the last time I was here on Lee Kuan Yew's policy. Yes, when Lee Kuan Yew started, for anybody who cares to study, when Lee Kuan Yew started, at a point that as if they were going to stone him, it was completely terrible. But later, the people got out of the problem. There is no reform that changes overnight. Anybody, it's just like money making. You're into business. Somebody said tomorrow morning you get it. You know it's a 419. But if you are going to build on trade, there is income, there is expenditure, there is investment, there is patience, there is seed time, there is harvest time. You keep pushing and push it. What federal government and the president's agenda is doing is, because even when you're implementing that, you must do intervention. And the president is doing that. We see in the area of transportation, we see in the provision of fertilizers and seedlings. We have also seen, in the private sector where they are, giving money to support, employment there so people don't go out of jobs. So you can see that everywhere, the effort in terms of the intervention, the president is doing it.
All of these facts that you're talking about, all of these facts you're talking about is because you have now moved closer to him. From a distance, you could not see this illumination.
Well, I've been saying that from January.